My name is Katie Solanke and I am the librarian here at Graff Elementary.
All right, my friends, so what we're going to do first is we've got a game.
I'm not your typical sit down and be quiet type of librarian. I like to be engaging and have the kids working in different ways. And because of space, we are limited in the activities that we can partake in. By expanding the size of a library, I could start implementing more activities which would incorporate STEM or STEAM and a lot of different things that a lot of the classroom teachers like to just have a little additional practice in.
I am Mrs. Meyer. I am a 4th grade teacher at Graff Elementary. I've moved in this building twice, and when I first got here 4 years ago, I was down the 3rd grade hall and I walked in and almost cried. The desks were like from the 60s, 50s. Old, the floor, the linoleum was coming apart and it was hot, 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 hot. As an educator, we do what we can with what we've got. Wayne and his crew is amazing, and they when your flooring was coming up, they put duct tape on it so that the kids don't trip and try and do what they can, and obviously more space. It's pretty grand when you have 26, 27 Rugrats running around. I mean, just having a new school. I'm excited about that, just the thought of it. So
the genesis of it really happened last year, or when we had a child step through the floor in this building in Graff. We really started opening our eyes to what was going on with our facilities, and an engineer had a very bleak outlook for us, and now a second engineer has had an equally bleak outlook for us of this building. And so it's becoming very apparent that, particularly here at Graff, we're just not equipped to house students for very many more years here. The facilities really served the community well, and I know that Graff is very near and dear to many of the people in our community. These were state-of-the-art facilities when they were built, and now we need to carry that forward to the 21st century and allow for 21st century learning for these students now.
My name is Nancy Scott, and I've been a 1st grade teacher here at West Elementary School for 37 years. The school used to be a neighborhood school, and we had kids that were older, and so a lot of the things in our school are built for kids who are much bigger than our 1st and 2nd graders. There are so many spaces that are shared at our school, and using the cafeteria as also a gym and an assembly place is not the best use of space. A lot of times our schedule is determined by how fast they can get the kitchen floor mopped so that we can have people in the room.
Well, it's like you gotta rush and you can't eat all your food because you just gotta hurry and try and eat and then go to the assembly. My name's Quincy Stevenson and I'm in 2nd grade. I like doing math and playing at recess.
I am Carla Miller, and I am the principal here at West Elementary School. Yes, I've definitely been a member of the Building and Bond Committee since we started to help visualize and really bring consensus throughout that committee on where we were headed and what our community and what our students really needed. So at the very beginning, we were really looking at building a pre-K 5 building. As we started looking at different spaces and moving things around and also looked at the expense of that, we realized that we have West that we could really repurpose with some remodeling and some additions in order to house that many more students to go pre-K all the way up through 2nd grade, and then look at building a new school for 3-5.
Thompson Park is already a really great complex, so there's an opportunity here if we were able to move Graff to a different location to dedicate this corner of Thompson Park back to the community. Looking at properties that the district already owns, Mogan Field is a really excellent location. It would kind of create a campus atmosphere for 3rd grade through the 8th grade and allow us to put the 5th graders back into the elementary school where they really would thrive better and have a better educational experience. It would simultaneously give us back capacity at our middle school, which is suffering right now, has suffered since it was opened, and allow us to plan for the future growth of the entire district that way.
We get quite a traffic jam here all around the building. So trying to get kids out in a safe, quick manner where families aren't having to wait a long time or parking several blocks away. Also, as far as redirecting traffic, because we definitely have a bit of a traffic jam, and then buses get blocked, and so then that just builds and ends up being a domino effect pretty much and really impacts the next school.
My name is Christy Anderson, and I'm a 1st grade teacher here at West. This is my 16th year. and my 27th year teaching. There's just a lot of things that parents or people, the community, they don't see that we're dealing with. When you have 100 first graders or more in the building using a 3-stall bathroom for girls or boys, some of those things need to be maybe updated. I always feel like when it comes to the kids, it should be what their needs first.
My name is Cooper Pulse. I have another Cooper in my class, and I'm 9 years old. There's a lot of things I like about school. I like education, the education and having friends. I would like the classrooms to be a little bit bigger and to have like the windows up like there, because you have light also coming down there a little bit.
The biggest issue in this building right now is air. Whether it be too hot, too cold, full of germs.
This boiler is over 60 years old.
We would like our air to be circulated or filtered. We would like our air to not be 120 degrees in August. We would like to be secure in the fact that our kids can learn without their coats on, and just to know that the environment that the kids are learning in is consistent and safe from day to day.
Well, when it's hot and cold, it's kind of, it's hard to concentrate on stuff. One time, like maybe a week ago, it was so cold in the classroom that I had to wear my coat the whole day. My name is Malachi Reinemer and I'm in 1st grade. I like doing math and playing football with my friends at recess.
My name is Curtis Fox and I go to Laurel High School and I'm a freshman. So I just love coming to school and seeing my friends, and I just love playing sports here. I've been here since kindergarten and just been moving up, and there's been a lot more people coming every year. So very crowded, I'd say.
I've been here for 16 years. I started out in a neighborhood that is just a few homes, and I've seen that fill up. And it's just going to grow.
I am Caitlin Koch and I'm a junior. I am in Student Council, National Honor Society. I'm an active member in 3 of our bands. I do public forum debate, and I am one of the student representatives on the school board.
2, 1, 2, 3, and. Okay, can we do this and move?
My experiences have always been kind of similar. My grade has always been the largest grade to walk within the district. So our classes have always been extremely tight, and I've watched Laurel grow into the city it is now and how everything's had to expand to fit our growing populations.
My name is Preston and I am 9 years old. I am in 4th grade. Well, when there's a lot of kids, there's usually a lot of talking, and well, when you have a lot of kids in your classroom, it will be kind of hard to go through the aisles to get into your seat.
Overcrowding is definitely an issue within most of our classes. It can become overwhelming at times if you're trying to study or work on an assignment and you have 15 other kids talking and over everything. So that can get kind of distracting. And I feel like the class sizes also are taking away the attention from teachers, and I've noticed this among all of the grades as well.
My name is Mike Ludwig. I'm a health, PE, and strength and conditioning teacher and former head football coach here at Laurel High School. We have some great athletic facilities here and some not so great athletic facilities here.
Our wrestling room is a challenge that we struggle with daily. We roll the mats out and the kids are pretty organized, but we move all the tables so it turns in from a lunchroom into the wrestling room. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes daily of just getting the wrestling room ready.
Our depot also serves as our cafeteria, and it's probably not a good combination of having wrestlers in there with sharing it with the cafeteria, and the space is not great also. with steel beams and just things that can be dangerous in there. So
the students that we are educating now, they're going to be the leaders in our community. And so really, we want the best we possibly can do for our students, because we're going to reap the benefits much later when we're in those retirement homes and they're taking care of us. Really, we want to give them the best education we possibly can.
College is not for everyone. And I tell students that here at Laurel High School, there's a lot of other opportunities out there for working. And I think that our CTE program is very important. If we can find different avenues to get kids here and be excited about different things, where we're talking about the welding and the small engines and the AutoCAD and the woodworking, the more opportunities that we can give our students, just the more successful that they're going to be and the more likely that they're going to want to come to school. And when they see a new facility that's connected to the building and it's going to have upgraded, top of the line things for them to get better at, I think our kids are going to be excited about that.
My name is Brandy Fox and I'm one of the school counselors here at the high school. So the CTE is very outdated. Not only is the space too small, I think that the air quality out there isn't good either. And I think moving them over to our main campus would eliminate students having to go outside. And we don't know who's coming in and out sometimes because we're told as youngsters that we need to hold the door for folks when they come in. So that's another security issue as well.
You may not have a child in our school right now, but these children are going to grow up and be part of our community. And if we can give them an opportunity to grow strong and become independent learners now, then it is only going to benefit our entire community later down the road.
I'm a taxpayer too. And I don't have kids in this school anymore, but I did. And I appreciate the people that helped fund my kids' education by making their schools safe and conducive to learning. And I would hope that everybody else would want to pitch in and do the same for other people's kids. But I also feel like if, across the nation right now, it's really hard to get people to say yes to being in education, whether it be in maintenance or food service or in the classroom. And if you want to entice people to come to your school, wouldn't you want it to make it the best that you possibly could to get the best educators to do the best for our kids?
I like to come here also because my brother would come here next year and my cousin's here too. And I get to play with him a lot. And I just like to play.